Sec 4s, your school is starting in 1 week, which means that you have 10 months until your O-levels. And this is exactly how I will spread out my study time, coming from someone who's got 7 A's. Now, many students don't do well, not because they never study, but because they never allocate their study time properly. So what I would advise for you is to follow the 70-20-10 rule. So as a student, 10% of your time should be spent reading the notes and just downloading all the content into your brain, right? And the thing is, this one should take a very, very small portion of your time because passive learning is one of the least effective ways to learn. After you have finished reading all the content, now you want to spend 70% of your time doing real practice questions. So this can be doing topical practice or practice papers, things that require you to actually think and apply the knowledge. And as someone who teaches physics tuition myself, I really advocate for regular practice in my students. Application is the number one skill that you must have, especially as a student in Singapore. Now, the last 20% of your time, right, this one is the part that all students always miss. You want to be spending at least 20% of your time reviewing your questions. What many students do is that after they finish a practice paper, they just move on to the next practice paper and just try to keep doing as many practice papers as possible. As a student, you need to realize that doing papers without reviewing is the same as doing nothing, right? Because you do papers so as to learn from your mistakes. And if you don't spend the time to review your mistakes, it's just gonna be a waste of time, right? So make sure to always spend at least 20% of your time, right? Preferably more, just to look through and review your mistakes. Right, so going into 2026, make sure to follow the 70-20-10 rule whenever you're studying. And as usual, feel free to follow me over here for more study tips.